Hey y'all, this is Adam and Annie and Ben. We're over here at Broadway Farms today. We're going to do a little farm chores and kind of tell you a little bit about our farm and what we're doing here. So we bought this place, I don't know, 5-6 months ago. And originally we were going to do like a petting zoo type farm. And then now we've kind of decided that we're going to make it more of a homestead and use it to provide for our family and all that. So a good buddy of mine has a YouTube channel and does a lot of fishing and all, Bama Beach Bum. So check him out. He's kind of the reason I'm doing the YouTube videos now. It's all his idea. So when these are terrible, just blame him. But so we're gonna do a little farm chores today. We've got some watermelon seeds and sunflower seeds that we started really late, but we're gonna water them and put the top back on them and try to let them grow up a little bit. So hang out with us while we do some farm chores and show you some of the animals and introduce you to them, okay? Thanks. Barn, can't really see me. Barn, it's kind of a mess right now. We've got a dog that we're fostering that was pregnant that we're fostering from the Humane Society. She's had 7 babies, so she's in this stall, kind of hanging out, taking care of the babies. So we let them out and they kind of roam around and all. We just have to be careful with the mama. She's not a fan of the chickens. So the other stall is Rusty, our horse's stall. He's out in the pasture right now. Now that it's been warm, he's kind of been staying out all day and then on into the evening. A lot of times we just let him stay out there all night. So we kind of let him tell us what he wants to do. If he wants to come in, he'll be at the pasture gate. If he don't want to come in, he'll just be out in the pasture. And so the nights he's at the gate, we'll go ahead and bring him in and get him some more hay and stuff like that. So down here in this little pen, I'll show it to you. She did. Down here in this little pen are some new chickens that we just got. They're kind of hard to see here.
That was way back on Sunday.
Yeah, we got them a week ago. They're called ceramic chickens. We got them from a nice lady down in, I think it was Meigs, Georgia. Not too far from us. So we're in Albany, Georgia, and Meigs is probably about 45 minutes from us. So these are ceramics. The guy making all the noise there is little Jake. We had a big Jake that we sold a while back because he was just way too big for our other chickens. And then these 3 hens are same breed and everything that he is. And then this little girl right here is a silky cerama. She's just real pretty and sweet. So
You mean she?
She, yeah. So
Tell them her name.
oh, and her name, Ben named her. Where'd she go? Ben named her Fiona. So she's pretty cool. We posted on our Facebook page about taking her to the gas station with us to go get some candy for Mrs. Broadway. So it's egg laying time. So all our hens are in the barn laying eggs and making a whole lot of racket. So sorry about that. Now these up here, let me fix my camera here. These are some biddies that we're raising up. We got all sorts of different breeds in here. We've got, I don't know if you can see them real good, but we've got some black copper Morans, which are gonna lay a real dark brown egg. We've got some Isa Browns. Go put that puppy back. We got some Isa Browns, which are gonna be our big laying hens. They're gonna lay us a bunch of eggs.
And I got those.
And Ben picked those out. And then we've got some, I think help her put that puppy back. We got some lavender Americanas in there to go with our other lavender Americanas that we got that are already grown. And I think we got some Asian somethings in there. There's some more egg laying chickens. So this is our brooder I bought from a guy here in town that was getting out of the chicken business, so I bought it from him. All right, that's for the chickens in the black pen. And I got the quail feed.
Your quail hasn't came back yet.
I know, he might be gone. I don't know, he might come back tonight. We'll see.
Or maybe he died.
No, he didn't die. He's wild. All right, let's go feed. No, Ben, hush.
I want to feed them.
All right, come on. You and Ben are gonna feed the chickens in the grow out pen, and I'm gonna feed the quail. So we've got a couple of different pens set up out here. We've got the brooder. Okay. We've got the brooder that the biddies go in, which are baby chickens. And then once they start getting fully feathered, we've got a big dog kennel that you saw the ceramids in. Hold on, Ben. The big dog kennel that you saw the ceramids in. So when those biddies are big enough and fully feathered and don't need that heat light, they'll go, some of them will go in that dog kennel so they can get used to regulating their body temperature without a heat lamp. And we'll turn that heat lamp off in the barn so that they can get used to all that before they come out here. Then the next pen that they'll go in is this joker right here. This is our grow out pen. I don't know if you can really see it that good, but the grow out pen's where you put the chickens that are fully feathered. They're called juveniles. They're not all the way grown. So if you put them out, okay, baby. If you put them out there with the rest of the flock, they might get beat up on and all that. Hey, both of y'all stop. Stop. If you put them out with the rest of the flock, they might get beat up on because they're not that big and all that. So in this pen, we've got some silly birds in here. We've got, here, watch out, baby. We've got that little partridge Silky right there. Silky's a breed of chicken, so you got him. He's called a partridge because of his coloring or her coloring. I'm not 100% what she is yet, or what it is yet. And then over there next to it is a frizzle Silky. That's just a genetic thing that they have there. So the frizzle Silky right there, wherever it went. There you go. You can see her there right by the opening there. That's just a genetic thing where their feathers do that crazy thing instead of just being laying flat. And then I got 2 Rhode Island Reds in there. Rhode Island Reds are a heritage breed. We try to, with the exception of a few of our animals, we try to have nothing but heritage breeds, and what I want to move towards is having nothing but heritage breeds without exception, and try to do heritage breeds that are on a endangered or caution list on the livestock conservancy listing there. So the rest of these chickens are in here. They're just barnyard mixes. They hatched out of we have a cream leg bar hen that sat on them. I didn't even know she was sitting on eggs until she showed up one day with 7 little biddies. So they're just barnyard mixes. I couldn't tell you which rooster got to her to lay them, and really know. But anyway, we're gonna feed these guys and get their water bucket here and take it back up to the barn to wash it out. And feeding's real easy on the chickens. You just dump the food in there, and we don't really do a feeder or a bowl or anything like that for food because they always end up scratching it out anyway and throwing it all over the place. So we just dump it on the ground for them and let them scratch and carry on. So I'm gonna have Ben going in there and feed them, and then he's gonna dump out that water outside the pen there.
Inside?
No, not inside.
Mom let me do it inside yesterday.
Yeah, well, Mama don't pay attention. All right, sling that feed up under there. All right, and then I'll grab this. All right, go ahead and close that gate for me there, bud.
So we're just gonna watch.
Yep. All right, so we're just gonna leave that right there because we gotta get the quail. So one of the important things about chickens is making sure they always got clean water. So we used to do it, used to change their water out.
Can I close it?
No, stop. We used to just change their water out just a couple times a week. And then we had a bout of coccidia, which if you ain't careful, coccidia will take care of your whole flock for you and you won't have anything left. So we had to clean everything up and clean all their waters out and everything like that, and get some medicine and put in their water. Hold on, baby, let Ben go in there. Put medicine in their water. And once that's over, now we change their waters completely out. Put it over there in their little thing. Put the water in there about every other day, you know.
I wish I could do it.
Well, I just don't want the quail to fly out. All right, hurry up and dump it and come on.
Okay, I'm trying to open it.
No, just pour it through the holes.
Okay.
So we try to change their water completely out about every other day. Now that it's getting hotter, they'll probably be drinking a whole lot more than they were during the winter, so it might be an everyday thing. Now I manage a car dealership here in town, so most of the day-to-day stuff Mrs. Broadway handles, and She does all the feeding and the water and everything while I'm not here. And on my off day and on Sundays, I try to handle it to give her a little bit of a break. It'd be all right. All right, grab their water for me. So I try to handle it on my off days. Normally, man, they're going crazy in there. All right, get your scoop. Normally on my off days, Mrs. Broadway's got either a farm that we gotta go, somebody else's farm that we gotta go to, or she's got some big project for me to do.
Okay, they all doing crazy.
Luckily today, we don't have anything planned other than doing this video and our normal farm chores. So we built this pen for the quail probably 2 weeks ago. We were getting a few eggs a day from them. Then we moved them in this pen and they ain't really got used to it yet. So we ain't had any eggs. So I switched up their feed today. Went to instead of using just regular crumbled layer feed, I went to, hey. I got a game chow, which is a little bit higher protein. Hopefully it'll help them out there. So we had 10 quail in here. 2 of them got out yesterday. One of them, Mr. Broadway was able to catch, put back in there. The other one dipped out, went across the road. There's a big plantation across the road from us. That's a quail plantation. It went across the road to that. And then last night, I come out here to see if it'd come home, and it had, but it still wasn't ready to go back in the pen. I couldn't catch it. The little net I had is a little kid's net. It wasn't long enough. So it flew back across the road. So hopefully he'll come back home tonight. If not, then we just got 9 quail until they start laying again. So this is our pen. If you go to our Facebook page at Broadway Farms, you can see a time-lapse video of us putting it together. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not no master builder. I'm not even an apprentice builder. So we did our best. So it's working pretty good so far. So this is our other pen. This is our big chicken pen. It's a big chain link pen. We've had to do a lot of modifications towards it. It was a good idea in theory when we first got it. And then it's been more of a headache. So I'm gonna build another pen similar to the quail pen, but big like this for our regular yard chickens to go in. Over here in this other corner, and make a real big pen is gonna be for our laying chickens. So we're just gonna let our chickens that are used to just free ranging all over the property, we're just gonna let them stay being those type of chickens. They're just gonna have a nicer pen that they can roost in, and all that kind of stuff. But the biddies that are in there, all those laying hens I was telling you about, the Isa Browns and the Asians and things like that, we're gonna make a big pen for them with a big nice coop that's easier for us to gather the eggs and all that. 'Cause right now, Tabitha, my wife, Mrs. Broadway, she has to hunt eggs down all over the place. So most of the time chickens lay in the same place, but once they get disturbed, they'll find them a new place. So it's harder for us to get all our eggs up every day. So we keep most of them. We very rarely sell any of those eggs. We do sell them from time to time, but not very often. So we're gonna make a big laying hen pen. We're gonna call it the hen house, I think. That's where we're hopefully gonna have probably 14 to 15 hens in there that's laying. So hopefully we can get a dozen eggs a day. We've got a few people that like to buy our eggs from us. And if you've never had a yard chicken egg or free range egg or a cage free egg or anything like that, there's something else. Their shell's a lot thicker, but man, they are delicious, and they keep a lot longer than the eggs that you buy out of the grocery store, so they don't even need refrigeration. We're gonna have a bunch of those. Hopefully we'll be getting a dozen eggs a day, and Miss Broadway can have her little side hustle selling our chicken eggs. So all right, let's grab this stuff up and let's go clean out the waters and clean out the big chicken's water. And then we got to do the dogs' water. We got a couple outside dogs that they got a big pen that they stay in. They're bird dogs, so they ain't allowed to roam the property. So they'll end up doing a lot of bad stuff. So Annie, you get those 2 scoops, and Ben, if you'll get that water bowl right there. But we're gonna go. I got my 2 helpers with me. They're pretty solid. They fight like cats and dogs though, so it kind of is what it is. So. All right, so I just went in there. Help me out here, bud. nobody's even seeing this, but all right, so I just went in there. I'm probably gonna have to put a bigger water in the brooder with the biddies because it was slap empty. But we're just gonna fill it up real quick and hopefully that'll work. Hopefully y'all can see this. All right.
So I get my drink.
You want some of your drink while you're filling up the water? All right, so my help, he's got him this little four-wheeler right here, and he stays on that thing all day. He got it, we brought it for him for Christmas. And he burns some gas. He loves riding that thing, so we're gonna get our stuff together here to be able to do our chores or finish our watering chores. That goes in there. Actually, put that in there, and then we'll put.
I can't fill the water.
Yes, you can. That right there. But after you fill that up, that's our big water bowl for our big chickens that kind of hang out. It gets changed a lot more often than the babies do because they're messy. They get up on the edge and they'll poop in it and they'll just act stupid. So try to show you some of these guys here. I can't really change it. Alright, so that white one right there, I believe is a leghorn. That fuzzy white one is a silky rooster. I ain't real good with chicken breeds, but that's some of them right there. That little bitty black one, if you can see her. Let me get her. We've got a little bitty black one somewhere around here. You might be able to see her now. She's a rose comb bantam, I think is what it was called. They're a heritage breed, and they're on.
This milk.
Yeah, they're pretty well.
Can I turn it off now?
Fill up the big water for me, the black thing. They're pretty low on the. They're at risk. There ain't a whole lot of them around. They're noisy little birds. For as small as they are, she probably makes the most noise out of everybody out here. Her name is Squeakers.
Stop.
Cause she'll holler at you. She don't bark like a normal chicken. She hollers and carries on. So, but she's one of our favorites. So most of these chickens that we've got out here right now came from a online hatchery, and it was we didn't select them. We just did what they call a mix or whatever, and they'll grab biddies that are left over out of the incubator and they'll put them in a box and send them to you in the mail. We probably won't do that again. Shipping on live chickens is just outrageous. So they've been good chickens. I don't know how many we got. My wife is bad about buying chickens, so she's not allowed at Tractor Supply without supervision during chick days. Once it's filled up, go ahead and turn the water off. So we got a couple of guineas in there. Can't really see them, but they're in there somewhere. A buddy of mine has some guineas that hatched out some babies, and he brought me some of them. So we had 4. 3 made it to being juveniles or adults. They were roosting in this big tree out here. Turn the water off. 3 of them made it to juvenile / adulthood, and they were roosting in this tree, and then one of them got snatched by a predator, by a hawk or an owl. So now we just got 2 of them, and with it being springtime, they've kicked it up a notch.
We used to have 4.
I done told them, Ben. Can you do the wagon, or you want to do this one? All right, don't splash it. So now that we've got 2 of them, they're flock animals, even more so than other birds. So now that we've got 2, they've really integrated with our chicken herd, our chicken flock. And hey, guys, man, have kids, they said. So the guineas have really integrated into our chicken flock, and my former head rooster, Blue, who's a lavender Americana if I'm not mistaken, he's named after the raptor from Jurassic World that my son loves to watch. But anyway, he was the head rooster. Now the guineas kind of got him to where he's scared to be around anybody at all, so he kind of just hangs out around instead of being amongst the flock. So I gotta get some more guineas so that they'll separate back off and leave my Blue alone, because I do like that joker. All right, we're gonna put this water back in here with the quail. Hopefully I won't lose any, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Man, this video is gonna be terrible. All right. Got you guys some nice fresh water. All right. We got that. Put my trap, my live trap, back over this feed, so hopefully my little missing guy will come back. All right, get your hand out of there. All right, can you go put this in the chicken pen?
I thought we need to fill it up.
We're gonna put it in there and then fill it up. You can't tote it once it's full. All right, so here's what we do. We fill this joker up with water. And we got this, it come off of a dog water system. We just fill it up with water. It's much easier to tote than trying to tote that pan that ain't really got no handles on it. So let me set this down. Y'all back up. Look at him looking at it. Hey, where's my water at? Normally when y'all bring this back, you put water in it. That's what they're saying. So we're just gonna set that down.
Dada?
Yeah, bud.
What's that thing for?
What thing?
And quilting that black Halloween.
Mama was trying to make them a nesting box, but I bought them a new nesting box when I went to the store today, so we're gonna put that in there in a little bit.
What is it?
It's in the truck. All right, now, y'all heard me, or you might have heard Ben say something about it's time to show them Rusty. Rusty is our horse. Now, I've always wanted a horse, so we got one. Rusty was purchased out of a bad situation. So we think, here, hop off the wagon. Ben, can you bring the wagon over to Rusty? So we think, because Rusty's old, man, he's 22, 23, something like that. So he's older, he might be older than that. We really don't know, but we think in his early life, he worked at a quail plantation, taking hunters around and all that, because they do a lot of hunting off horseback. So we think that's where he started. And then when he was retired from there, he went somewhere to some people. I don't know who they are. I'd like to know who they are though. But he went to some people who either didn't know nothing about horses or couldn't afford to take care of them. So then he was rescued by a fella that we got in touch with when we were looking for a horse. And the fella was trying to get him back up to weight and doing all that. So anyway, we bought him from him to bring here, because we're suckers for a sob story apparently. But anyway, we brought him here to let him live out however many years he's got left and not have to worry about where his next meal's coming from or anything like that. So Rusty's a cool cat. So there he is. That's Rusty. He's an old Tennessee Walker. He hangs out with us. Right now the flies are about to tear him up. I gotta get some fly spray on him, but anyway, he's Tennessee Walker. Kids love him. Annie's gotten on him a few times. He's super, super gentle. He don't.
Two.
He don't get riled up about nothing. So there's a good shot of him. So he's finna get some more water. I changed out his water last night, but since it's so hot, he's done drunk a whole lot. But we finna give him some new water. You get Granny's watering can and meet me over at the watermelon and sunflowers. Annie, you want to help me take the lids off the watermelon and sunflowers? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, she doesn't like to do it. She throws them everywhere.
All right, well, be gentle with them. Now we gotta water these seeds. Like I said, we put these in. We got these in the dirt super late. So hopefully it's not too late. But garden is something that we want to get into. My wife's aunt is a huge gardener. She's turned her whole backyard into a garden. So she, that's you, Aunt Wendy. She,
Can I water it?
no, I'm gonna do it so we don't overwater. So she's got all sorts of stuff. I can't even tell you everything she's got. But, so we're just gonna water these bad boys. Hopefully help let them get growing. So in this big tray, stop baby. In this big tray, we got watermelons. Oh, sorry about that. Big tray, we got watermelons. I don't remember how many's in there. 50 something, I think. So who knows how many are actually gonna put out. And in the small tray, we got sunflowers. Look, you already got one sprouting up a little bit. Right there on the end. A little green growing right there. So we're just gonna put this water can right here because I didn't have to use all of it. You see it? Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. That's cool. So anyway, hopefully we'll be able to put something off on this. I ain't a big watermelon fan, but the kids love them. And people around here pay pretty good money for watermelons. So we did sugar baby watermelons, which are a little bit smaller, but they're supposed to be a lot sweeter. That's my kid's favorite watermelon. Every time we go to this melon patch that's up here, that's what they always want to get. So that's what we planted.
Mom won't start giving me.
What? Oh, where you going? Where are you going?
Nope.
So anyway,
Mom
hopefully.
won't start giving me watermelons at Walmart.
Yeah, them ain't no good. So anyway, hopefully we'll be able to have some watermelons that we can keep for ourselves and then enough that we can sell off. So I'll show you where we're planning on putting our garden. It's a little bit of a walk up here, but I don't know if I said this or not. So we're on about 6 acres here, which there's a big 20-acre pasture right there. Let me do this. So back over there, there we go. Back over there is a big 20-acre pasture that the people that we bought this house and land from own. And eventually we're gonna get it. For right now, we're gonna make do with what we got on this 6 acres. So a lot of people say that you gotta have a ton of land to be able to have any kind of homestead. You gotta have, you know, this and that. And really all it takes is just time and a little bit of money. It takes a little bit of money. So it's just part of it, I guess. So, but eventually, once, you know, we keep growing and building and adding, the farm will start paying for itself. Anyway, this little piece right here, I don't know if you can see it, it's the front corner of the property. That's what we're going to disc up and plant in. So eventually, we'll just get these watermelon and sunflowers done this year, and then we'll do a fall garden. I got to do some research and get with my Aunt Wendy on that, figure out exactly what we can and can't plant and when to do it. And so we'll have a fall garden, and then, you know, turn right around and have a spring summer garden after that. So over here in what I call the front yard, we'll walk over here. It's going to be this spot over here. I'm going to do some peach trees. Probably do about 6 peach trees, I think.
Dad?
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a coconut tree, and that's the tree.
Oh, that's a palm tree. Yeah, we got 2 palm trees out here. I don't really understand it, but Rusty likes to scratch his side and his back on it. No, palm trees don't grow anything. Anyway, we got 2 palm trees. They're in the horse area. So area right around in here is where we're gonna put our peach trees. We're gonna probably put about 6 peach trees and probably about 4 plum trees. And I'm gonna do 2 fig trees.
I like peaches.
We all like peaches. I like plums. Mrs. Broadway don't really care much about plums, but plums bring good money around here too. So we're gonna have some for me, and then we're gonna sell the rest of them. And then the fig trees, don't really know what we're gonna do with the fig trees. A lot of people like figs. I don't really know how to make fig preserves or anything like that, so I might partner up with somebody that knows how to do that, get them to make some fig preserves that we can sell together and split on. But I'm gonna do 2 different kind of figs. Miss Frances, who my kids call Gigi, she loves brown turkey figs. So I'm gonna plant one of those, and then I'm gonna plant a black mission fig, which if you eat a lot of dried figs or anything like that, that's what most of that stuff is the black mission. So we're gonna have 2 of those out here. Figs are one of the fruit trees that don't need another one to be able to produce fruit. They self-pollinate. Now peach trees, plum trees, all that, you got to have more than just one to be able to get any fruit off of it, because they got to cross-pollinate. So we got plenty of flowering bushes and all, so we got a pretty good stock of bees that'll come through and help with that pollination. And then there's plenty of birds out here too. So anyway,
I try to run over some little birds.
My son is Rambo over here with his 4-wheeler. So let's see, what all have we done? We've swapped everybody's water out. We fed the quail, we fed the juvenile chickens. The biddies and the ceramas was good on their feed. Did give them some more water though. Did the dogs water, they were good on their food. We won't feed the free-ranging chickens, our yard chickens. We don't put food out for them.
Except Millie, she wasn't good on her food.
Oh, did you feed her though?
Yeah.
Yeah, fed Millie, the foster dog, and gave them some more water. We don't feed the yard chickens until nighttime. It's the easiest way to get them to go back into the coop, because when the coop was undergoing its different construction phases, they were just kind of roosting wherever. So now we're trying to get them back on roosting in the coop. So we'll take we'll take food out there, and they'll follow my wife. She's like the Pied Piper of chickens. They'll follow her out there and go on in there and scratch around and eat a little bit and then go to bed. So that won't come till later. I won't make a video on that, because it's just a bunch of chickens following you. So I don't know, I might make a video, but anyway. Huh?
It'll be too dark.
Yeah, it might be too dark too, so we'll have to see. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have anything that you'd like to see at the farm, leave it in the comments for me. Please like and subscribe. Invite other people to go on this journey with us, so let you guys see a little bit into what farming and homesteading is like. You ain't got to have a whole lot of money, and you ain't got to have a whole lot of land to be able to enjoy what you do. So from everybody over here at Broadway Farms, we appreciate y'all watching. And if you need anything from us, just give us a holler. Thanks.